Thank you, Jesus.
I say yes, Lord. Thank God for Pastor Clay and First Lady Clay. Being in leadership is really not easy.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
You showing me that I can do it too.
Jesus.
10 years going up for Utica. I thought it was bad. Coming here is easier. Oh Lord, I bless you guys. I bless you guys. I love you guys. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
This is. I wasn't nervous this morning.
Thank you, Lord.
Pastor came through the door. First Lady came through the door. I said, okay, I'll sit down today. I'm a little nervous now. You know, when Daddy and Mommy come in the house, you're a little nervous. Oh God, I'm not going to be before you long. Our scripture reading is coming from the book of Luke, chapter 17, starting at verse 11. Luke chapter 17, verse 11, and it reads, "And it came to pass as he went to Jerusalem, that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered in a certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood far off. And he lifted up their voice and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, Go show thyself unto the priest. And it came to pass, as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, and with a loud voice glorified God, and fell down on his face at the foot, giving him thanks. And he was a Samaritan. And Jesus answered, said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 10? Where are the 9? There are not found that return to give glory to God, save this stranger. And he said unto him, Arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole.
Jesus.
Father God, we thank you on this day. Thank you for the word that you have allowed me to share, oh God. Father God, that you move me out of the way and you step in right now in the name of Jesus. Send down your Shekinah glory on your people on today, God. In the name of Jesus. Father, we ask these things in your precious name. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, God.
You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. I'm just going to read that over in Message Bible. And it says, it happened as he made his way toward Jerusalem. He crossed over the border between Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered a village, 10 men, a leper, met him. They kept a distance, but raising their voice, calling out, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. Take a good look at them, he said. Go show yourself to the priest. And they went, and while on their way became cleansed. One of them, when he realized that he was healed, turned around and came back, shouting his gratitude, glory in God. He kneeled at Jesus' foot, so grateful he couldn't thank him enough. and he was a Samaritan. Jesus said, we're not 10 hills, we're on the 9. Can none be found to come back and give glory to God except this outsider? Then he said to him, get up on your way. Get up on your way. Your faith have healed and saved you. If I could use that as a topic on today, my topic will be, don't forget to give thanks.
Amen.
Here in this scripture, we see that Jesus is actually on his way to Jerusalem to handle some business. But before he goes through, the Bible says he walks through Jerusalem. He goes through Jerusalem and he passes through Samaria and Galilee. If you know anything about history, the Jewish were not allowed to even stop to talk to any Samaritan. So in that, we see that the Lord, Jesus was really on his way. He was passing through Samaria and Galilee. But there came some Samaritans that seen him far off. And by them seeing him far off, they shouted with a loud voice to be healed. If we know anything about the history of leprosy, leprosy is a term that applies to several different varieties of skin diseases. It's a symptom that ranges from white patches on the skin to running sores to the loss of your nail tips on your fingers and toes. So if you had leprosy, you had some type of skin issue. You had some type of patches. You not only have patches, some people have sores running up and down their legs, their skin, on their arm. They would lose their fingertips. They would lose their toenails. So that was a type of disease, a skin disease that these 10 people had, leprosy had. I remember a story that somebody told me that one time when they were a young kid, the preacher preached about leprosy. And because they had like little white dots on their skin, they went home and said, Mama, do I got leprosy? Being young and she had to be about, I want to say 10, 11. Being that age, you question things when you hear it. The pastor might have said it was a skin disease, so when she seen all her life, she seen these little skin things, but then when she got home, she asked Mama, do I got leprosy? Out of being curious. So here go these 10 guys, these 10 people, these 10 men with leprosy. They knew or they heard about Jesus. And because they heard about Jesus, they asked and they yelled. And they was at a distance. Whenever you had any type of sickness, any type of illness, any type of diseases during that time, you have to stand afar off. You couldn't be close. Like nowadays, you have any skin disease or skin issue, you could be close up to that person. If you're sick, you would be close up to that person. Back then, you had to be across from them. Even when we look back and you see the lady with issue of blood, she had to be far off from the people. She couldn't be close on them because she was sick. She was deemed to be sick by the priest. And whenever you was deemed to be sick or anything by the priest, you had to announce what you were sick of and the issue that you had, and when people come by you, where they can move from you or you can move from them.
Yes.
So that was a custom then during that time. So these 10 people, these 10 guys that had leprosy, they was off. They stood off. The Bible said, and he entered into a certain village, then he met 10 men that were lepers, which stood far off. And they lifted up their voice and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us.
Amen.
That let me know that unfortunately, those guys knew how Jesus looked, even though they were not able to speak to him.
Amen.
So not only did they break the law of their culture, but they was healed by a lawbreaker.
Amen.
So my question to you today, would you break the law just to be healed? If Jesus would walk down the street today, would you break the law by jaywalking to go to Jesus?
Yes, God.
Would you break the law that they said that if you cannot be close to somebody, would you break the law to run to Jesus?
Yes.
Or what you do with the guy with leprosy did and yell, Master, have mercy on me.
My God.
See, you don't have to be close up on the individual to get healed. Pastor don't need to be in the hospital with you for him to pray.
My God.
Pastor do not need to be in the nursing home for your body to get healed. Pastor don't need to be out there with you on the street for somebody to get healed.
Yes.
All he need to do is just call on the Father, which is far off. That his Father, that we can't even touch him with our natural hands. But our voice and our heart can reach him. So these 10 men that had leopard, they was far off. And they yelled, Master, have mercy on me.
Yes.
And Jesus knew that they were Samaritan. But it didn't stop him from healing them. He said, go and show the priest. See, what Jesus was really saying is, I'm going to heal you. But in order for you to be cleansed, you need to go show the priest. For the priest can clear you to go back in society and walk a normal life.
Yes.
So my subject on today is, don't forget to say thank you.
That's right.
God has healed some of us. But we still don't know how to lift our hand and say thank you. We don't know how to raise our voice and tell him thank you. Too many times we sit and we ask God to heal us. And when he do it, we forget to tell him thank you. We go on our daily round every day, and we don't say thank you. He woke you up this morning. Did you tell him thank you? He started you on your way. Did you tell him thank you?
Yes.
He have did something in your life that nobody else can do. That man can't even do. But did you say thank you?
Right.
Here goes this one leprosy, which was a Samaritan. Come back and tell him thank you. But there was 10. They were just happy that they was healed. Then they started to walk. When you happy that you are healed and you got and you're okay, you forget to go back to tell that person thank you. Too often, let's go in the natural. People give us a ride and we forget to tell them thank you. People give us encouraging words, but we forget to tell them thank you. People will say to you how pretty you look, and because we're so stuck up, we walk and forget to say thank you. You got a nice hairdo, but you so stuck up in your hair. You're like, okay, my hair is nice. I know, you ain't have to tell me. We stuck up in our ways. But would you break the law? Or break the way society look at us and say thank you? So these individuals that came in contact with Jesus, they were healed. When we read in the 12th verse, it tells us that they were far off. Being far off doesn't mean that they was a stranger or they couldn't lift their voice. Then sometimes in the natural, you see Susan down the street, you call her, hey Susan! Susan! And Susan looked around because somebody called her. But guess what? They were far off. And all they said was, Master! Jesus! Save me! Being far off don't mean that you're being neglected.
That's right. That's right.
That nobody can pay attention to. Being far off just means that you are different.
All right.
Don't think about yourself being far off or being neglected by individuals. You're just different. And certain individuals cannot come in the presence when you are different.
Yes. Yes.
So here go the 10 men. One is walking. He said, hold up. I know something different My skin feel different. Something different about me.
Amen.
Let me go back and tell this man that just healed me, thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
And he said, in the Bible reading in the 15th verse, and it said, and one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, and with a loud voice, glorified God.
Thank you, Jesus.
And he fell down on his face, at his feet, even him, thanking. And he said, and he was a Samaritan. Here we go. All the pride went out the window. He got healed. God is saying, go back and show the priest. So they knew he was healed already because Jesus told them, go back and show the priest. But the person that needed cleansing is the priest. So this one Samaritan came back and all the pride went out the window. He humbled himself. Humility kicked in. He got down on his knees and said, thank you. Sometimes we need to get down on our knees in the morning to tell God thank you. Why? Why I'm telling God thank you? He didn't do nothing for me. Yes, he did. He started you on your way. He cleansed you. He created you a clean heart. And he renewed the right spirit. It was his grace and his mercy that kept you. See, it wasn't First Lady by the car and the reason why she was driving. It was the covering of the grace and God's grace and his mercy. And covered the car and said, this is my child. And I know that you're going to say thank you once you get out of it.
Hallelujah. Glory to God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Knowing who you serve.
Yes.
Knowing the things that he has blessed you with. You know, in spite of my troubles, I will tell him thank you. That's why the song said, I lift my hands in total adoration. Because we know that all we need to do is just lift our hands and give him praise and tell him thank you. It could have been worse. She could have been walking today. She came in here today and her only complaint was this: I'm in a little pain.
Hallelujah.
But guess what? God will heal the pain today. Why? Because she came to the house or she came to the hospital where healing takes place. Those men, the 9 men, didn't have no home training, I'll say. Because when you have home training, when you go out, you know how to say thank you. Somebody give you something, you say thank you. You go to a restaurant, the waiter comes, how can I help you? Oh, can I get a glass of water? He bring it, thank you. When you're polite and you have that home training, then you know how to say thank you. The Bible said they stopped. One stopped, turned around, and knew that he was healed. And fell on his feet, on his face. If you ever go to Jerusalem, in Jerusalem, they worship, they beg different than the people in the city beg. In Jerusalem, I went to Jerusalem a couple years ago. In Jerusalem, there was a lady on her knees with her face covered, her face is on the ground, and her hands is open. She was begging for money. That's how they beg. They come, they bow down, and they ask. They bow down to ask. They don't just come and ask you, but they know how to say thank you. Some people out here ask you for money and ask you for stuff. They don't know how to say thank you. The person on the corner, oh, I need some coffee, I need money for this. But you give them the money or you go get them coffee, they can say thank you. What if God said, I forgot about you?
Oh, my God. My God.
I did all this stuff and you never said thank you. You never said thank you for nothing I did for you. What if God take his hand off you right now?
My Lord.
And you go out there and something happens. Would you remember to say thank you?
Thank you, Lord.
The Bible tells us to be anxious for nothing. We can't be anxious for everything, but we need to know how to say thank you. The lady with the issue of blood, the Bible says she touched the hem of his garment, and she was healed. Mary and Martha went to Jesus to get Lazarus, because Lazarus was dead. he wasn't dead yet. He was sickened. But when Jesus got there, he was dead. But he lifted him up.
Thank you, God.
He said, Father, thank you. See, here go Jesus praying and said, Father, thank you.
Yes, yes.
See, he knew that it was going to happen. So he said, thank you in advance.
Hallelujah.
And then he called Lazarus. Lazarus, Lazarus, arise!
Yes.
Here go Lazarus walking out. Everybody else had doubt in their heart.
Yes.
But God, before Jesus stopped, he said, Father, I thank you.
Thank you, God.
Yes.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I want the people not to see me, but to see you.
Yes.
And I'm going to
Glory.
call them out.
Amen.
So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And Jesus said, were they not 10, but where are the 9? They are not found that return to give glory to God, save this stranger. Save us, save him, save him, save him.
Yes, sir.
Save him. Too many times, as parents, our kids ask us for stuff, and they don't know how to say thank you.
Amen.
But we still give it to them.
Yes, right.
And day and day and day, we give them. There's a time that we need to stop and make sure they say thank you.
Yeah.
Because once they start saying thank you for the littlest things, God will at least increase that little thing to make it big things.
Yes.
So these people with leprosy here, they go back, and now I believe the 9 people that went before the last person, they ran to the priest. Priest, I need you now. Can you see me now? And I believe the priest said, I can't see you now. I'm dealing with a situation. So they had to wait another day. See, the Bible don't say that. That's Kirk words. That's not the Bible. The Bible didn't say that the priest didn't say nothing. But I believe that the 9 went running to the priest, even though they was healed already. But the priest did not have time. But here go Jesus, taking time out his busy schedule.
Yes.
He's going, he walking.
Yes.
Him and his disciples walking.
Yes.
And then 10 people stop him. They see him afar off. And yeah, we are too busy. We get too busy in our work, in our busy schedule, our life. If we be honest with ourselves, we don't always say thank you when we get up in the morning.
Thank you, Jesus.
If we be honest with ourselves, we forget to say thank you.
Amen.
This time, let me be transparent. A couple years ago, I was working and I was like, okay, God, I can't do this. And I was like, okay. I used to pray in the morning, pray in the morning, pray in the morning. And if I didn't pray in the morning, I wasn't right. My whole day was wrong.
Amen.
And then I would have to start to pray throughout the day to try to get my day back on track. But once I started to wake up in the morning again and start to lift my hands and tell God, thank you, my day was always on track.
Yeah.
I didn't care what kind of mess people would come and tell me, that would not give me upset.
Amen.
I took time on my busy schedule to just tell God, thank you.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer it. You can answer it in your mind. If you went to the doctor today and the doctor said, you know, you were sick, you had diabetes, but you don't have it no more, you're going to tell the doctor, thank you. You're like, thank you for the news. But why we don't know how to lift our hands when the doctor gives us good news and tell them, it's not you, I thank God for it. I tell you, I went to the hospital Thursday, the doctor said, you back to work, you back to doing this? I said, yeah, but I'm here, I'm good, thank you.
Say it.
She said, you back? I said, yeah. She said, you back, how you get back? How you go back? I went back because I thought I could go back. I'm healed. If by his stripes, I'm healed.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So I don't know about you, but God, I thank you.
Yes,
I'm healed. Your stripes. It's by your stripes I'm healed.
Yes, Lord.
I didn't forget to tell him thank you.
Thank you, God.
Came out the operating room. Oh my, they put the oxygen. They said, why are you taking it off? I had to say thank you, God.
Amen.
The doctor said, all right, put it back on. You need it. I said, okay. I just need to get that thank you out real fast. Because it could have been something else in the operating room.
All right.
I could have died. But God said, not your time. So I got back when I was conscious and I realized I was conscious. I told the master, he was like, excuse me, Kirk, what you doing? Mr. Kirk, what you doing? I said, I just need to tell somebody thank you. And he said, all right, put it back on. I put it back on. I said my thank you.
Glory.
I did not forget to tell you.
Thank you, Jesus.
I got food on my table. Thank you. I got a roof over my head. Thank you.
Yes.
You got some stuff going on in your life. But I guarantee you, if you be like that one person to come back and fall on your face. Thank you. I believe, I decree and declare that it will be exactly what you want it to be. See, God allow us to take enough rope for we can hang ourselves.
Yes.
He give you all this rope. And I'm telling you, it's a lot of rope before you hang yourself.
Yes.
It's a lot of rope. But once you get up, and he said you're healed, say thank you. Within this lesson, we have to learn how to be thankful and have gratitude. If you wasn't a thankful person, you didn't have gratitude for your pastor, how would the church go day to day on Sundays? How would we still be here when our bills being paid Sunday after Sunday? But it's just because somebody told God thank you.
Yes.
That's why when I hear, I say, yes, Lord. That's his personal testimony to you. It's not my testimony. It's your testimony. So we have to be prepared to go forward in every day of our life. Remember to say thank you.
Yes.
I'm reminded of the scripture. It talks about how we hear the scripture talked about Thanksgiving, and it's dealing with David and how David had messed up so many times, but he came back in the presence of God. And being in the presence of God, this one word will come out your mouth, and that's thank you.
Hallelujah.
Thanksgiving is supposed to be the day of thanks. All day during Thanksgiving, you say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I just want to break this down just a little bit further before I get out of here.
Use him, Jesus. Use him, Lord.
In the 19th verse, and it says, and he said unto him, arise, go thy way, thy faith have made thee whole. When you think about his faith, that guy could have had an excuse of why he wasn't healed. The 9 people could have had an excuse why he wasn't healed. I think back over the guy that was at the pool for 38 years. He always had an excuse. But all he needed to do was just roll over and tell God thank you.
Thank you.
And you've been healed.
Thank you.
So we as believers, as I close, as believers, we have to be willing, and be willing to say thank you. I don't care what somebody do to you, thank you. You could have a terrible day, but by you saying thank you, guess what? You just change your whole atmosphere. People blowing their horn, road rage. I'm gonna win this. I've had a little bit, but I always say thank you. Thank you for cutting me off, because I don't know what happened up there. You can go ahead. Let me just be transparent with you. Yeah, I got road rage a little bit, but I tell them, go ahead, thank you. Because the police is 2 miles up. I just seen on GPS. Thank you, get that ticket for me. Thank you. The striker officer, thank you. See, you thinking. I see it. And I'm crazy. Great driver. But when I see people with road rage like me, I was like, okay, cut him off, thank you. This morning, the guy cut me off. I was speeding, I was doing 85. The guy had to do more than me. Police pulled him right over. I said, thank you! I didn't get to tell him thank you. He distracted that officer. Thank you. So So don't forget to, don't be like the 900 men that went back without saying thank you.
Yes.
Every day is a thank you day. Every minute is a thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, God.
Thank you.
Thank you, God.
There's a song that says thank you. I just trying to think of it. First lady might help me with it if she can think of the thank you song. And I'm done. I just want to thank you. Let me go all stand. Everyone stand there. I'm done. Put your hands lifted. With the fruit of your mouth, give him praise. Father, we thank you. We thank you on this day, oh God. We humble ourselves, oh God, and we cry out to you. Just to tell you thank you. Thank you for the things that you're about to do in our lives. Thank you for blessing us, blessing our household, God. Lord, we just want to tell you thank you for healing our bodies, oh God. Father, even now, we want to tell you thank you for those who are shut in on today, God. Because we know that you are working out. You're doing miracles, oh God. Father, I thank you right now, oh God, for this, your strength, for your mercy, oh God. Father, we thank you right now, God, for your healing mercy, oh God. Lord, someone is dealing with an issue right now, God. But we say thank you in advance, oh God. Thank you right now, God, for your healing power. Father, right now in the name of Jesus, we ask that you touch our first lady, oh God. Touch her body, oh God. In the name of Jesus. Anoint her from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet, God. And every pain that she is dealing with right now, God. Father, I ask that you send down your healing virtue. Right now in the name of Jesus. Touch her body, touch her body, God. In the name of Jesus. Let the pain decrease, oh God. Let the pain move decrease, oh God. In the presence of you, God. In your presence, God. Jesus, telling you thank you. I don't know how thank you is, God. But Lord, you know how thank you. Oh God, right now, God. Even now, God. Oh God, somebody, Lord, is saying thank you. But God, you know where their thank you is, God. You know how far they thank you, God. And Father, if they didn't even want to not stick around you, God, we ask that special right now, God. From the crown of their heads, God, to the soles of their feet, God. Do it again, God. In the name of Jesus. Even now, God. Even now, God. And let all that time. Do it again, God. Touch the first family, God. In the name of Jesus. believe, I don't need to be close on you today. To let you know, no matter what you go through today, or no matter who you stand in the gap for on today, that person is healed. If you believe it in your heart, and you confess with it, then you are healed. I'm here to be a witness today, to let you know that you are healed. And if you stand in the gap for someone on today, God, I ask that you touch them right now in the name of Jesus. Wherever they are, oh God. Wherever their situation is, oh God. Touch them, oh God. Touch them now, God. In the name of Jesus. Do it again, God. Do it again, God. In the name of Jesus. Father, right now in the name of Jesus. Touch them from the crowns of their heads, oh God, to the soles of their feet. Do it again, God. Right now, God. In spite of the storm, in spite of the circumstance, God, they just want to tell you thank you. They're just saying thank you, God. And God, they will come back to show you how much they love you and that they are healed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen.
Thank you, God.
Bless his name. My soul loves Jesus. My soul loves Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.